Welcome, everybody, to the Build a Strong and Powerful Personal Brand workshop. Didn't know that. I love that. Now, I'm so incredibly curious. So please drop into the chat box. I'm all about making this interactive. So if you are not willing to participate, then this is the wrong call for you. And if you're listening in whilst you're driving or cooking, etc., thank you so much for being here or at the gym. And please participate as much as you can. But you're only going to get in as much as you only get what you give, right? You only get what you give. So what I invite you to do is start writing this out in your journal, or start writing this out in your notebook or whatever you have on hand, because I am going to be giving you solid information that isn't just applicable for personal branding, but it's applicable for your life, your health and fitness journey. But that's going to help you in so many areas because, as we know, personal development is like a domino effect. Whatever you do in one area of your life affects other areas of your life. So you get what you give. So what I am interested in knowing is, are you willing? Are you ready, willing, and able to put everything into this hour that you have with me to be able to get as much as you possibly can out of it? I want to hear a yes. Well, I want to hear a yes. I want to see yeses in the chat box before we get started. Yes, we get whatever we put out. I love that. I love that. It's amazing. Yes. And this is gonna go so incredibly well because this isn't just going to be a personal branding masterclass. This is also going to be a live coaching session, right? So yes, group, but also one-on-one. So be prepared to come with me, ask your questions, etc. And be prepared to get coached. If you actually want to experience a transformative experience, that is literally going to move you forward in your life and your business. Because for me, it's all one thing, right? Like how you do one thing affects everything else. So type that in to the chat box or write it down. How I do one thing is how I do everything. And the most successful entrepreneurs always say that. Because you can't be super disciplined in one area of your life and then be a complete sloth in another. It doesn't work that way. How I do one thing is how I do everything. Oh my God, I love you so much already. You've got such a good vibe. I'm getting really hot. Every time I deliver these, I get really, really hot. I think it's because I get so incredibly excited. All right, so what I really want to know is, why are you here? Why did you hang on to the end of the summit to learn about personal branding, right? Like type in why are you here, first of all. And then if you are already in the content creation, coaching, consulting, influencing, or business ownership space, what are you struggling with? Because I want to make sure that you actually walk away with something that you can easily implement that is going to give you a win. Let me know in the chat. Or if you want to come off mute, you can do that as well. Oh, you listen to my podcast. I love that. That's amazing. So Alex and John interviewed me on their podcast recently. So if you want to listen to that, that is like a deep dive of my journey and personal branding. If you could put in the link, that would be incredible. Thank you. I'm here because I love learning things that I can benefit from. Because I'm vegan, trying to build a powerful, globally recognized brand in the peak performance personal development space. Fantastic. Amelia, can you go into a little bit more detail with me? Like you can type it or chat. Yeah? Brilliant. All right. Tell me more. I want more. I want more information from everybody. So tell me exactly who are you helping and what are you helping them with? Cool? Awesome. Thank you, Alex. And this isn't just for people that have businesses, or if you're already an established coach, consultant, creator, or vegan business. This is also for someone, if you are sitting there, you're like, you know what? I would really love to start making content. I would really love to build a personal brand, right? Like Dustin's in that boat and we're helping him. Oh, I love that. We're like twinning. Okay, I'm here because not only I'm trying to build my brand, but also live an awesome life and empower others towards living an authentic kind of vegan life. Love that. Going back to school to become a nutritionist and plan to start my own practice. Okay, fantastic. This is going to be perfect for you. All right, come on, tell me more. I need more. I need more info, people. So, why are you here, and what are you struggling with? Okay, awesome. I see Amelia typing. ADHD. I don't know, a little struggling with that. Okay, fantastic. Do you want to build a brand or create content? All right, while we're typing, I'm just going to start explaining I'm gonna go back to the foundations, right? Because there's a lot of misconception about what a brand is and what a personal brand is. Okay. So a personal brand is literally you getting paid to be yourself, right? Type that into the chat box. I get paid to be me. Like, how fucking cool is that? Or what I'm loving recently is I get paid to exist. Now, that's the monetization side of things, right? Like, I don't see I get paid to be me. Be cool to get paid to exist. Yes, into the chat box. Now, the really, really brilliant and powerful thing about a personal brand that I absolutely adore and love is, and type in yes in the comments if this excites you and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know this before I started, but now I want to build my personal brand. You don't have to be you don't have to be a professional. You don't have to have years and years and years of experience or years and years of or loads and loads of qualifications. You don't have to have a massive following. You don't have to have a big audience. You don't have to be a content creator. You don't have to have your own business. You don't have to be what else? You don't have to be better than everybody else. You don't have to be perfect and you don't have to be professional. Because the point of building a personal brand is you are unapologetically yourself. You're so incredibly authentic and you're bringing all the elements of you together. Because let's be honest, we're all multifaceted human beings, right? So we're not just vegan. You're not just a man or a woman or non-binary. You're or trans or whatever it is that whatever label or identity that you associate yourself with. You're not just a brother, a sister, whatever. You're not just I'm just gonna list my things, right? Like, I'm not just neurodivergent. I'm not just Australian. I'm not just Malaysian Chinese. I'm not just one thing, right? Type in the chat box, I am not just one thing. And what is not working at the moment, specifically in business and on social media, is people are still trying to fit themselves into one box. But as a multifaceted human being, especially if you're neurodivergent like me, you don't fit into one box, right? So if you're trying to really, really niche down and you're like, I only help these people with this specific thing, and this is what I'm do, like I'm a doctor or a lawyer or an activist or I'm this, then that becomes incredibly fucking boring. Type a yes into the chat box if you agree. Yeah, like that becomes incredibly fucking boring. It becomes boring to follow, becomes boring to watch, and it becomes really, really, really boring to execute day in, day out for the rest of your life or for however long you want to focus in on that niche, right? So then it becomes extremely hard to become successful and happy and healthy, which is all the three things that you need in your life, and purposeful, and be fulfilled in order for you to continue doing that, right? I can see Amelia nodding. So think about, like, what hobby were you, or what, especially if you're neurodivergent, what was something that you were really interested in, maybe like a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, whatever, that you're just like, you're not really interested in at the moment? Let me know in the chat box. I'm just going to catch up on the comments. Okay. Perfect. All right. Awesome, Amelia. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. Love that. Thank you, Chanel. When I, when I say your name, like that song pops up to my head, Coco Chanel. So tell me, like, what was something that you were really interested in that now you're just like, I'm not that interested in anymore? So for me, it was relationship coaching. And don't get me wrong, I love to help people, but do I want to deal with people's traumas and get trauma dumped on and do like therapy and hypnotherapy and deep like trauma leaps for people every day? No. But did I do that back then? Yes. Right? Forex trading a while back when I was first started online business. Okay, amazing. I was also really into basketball. I'm not into basketball now. Hell no. And like hit and cart in like all of those forms of cardio. So like what was something that you were interested in a while ago that now you're just like, that does not align with me anymore. That does not resonate with me anymore. And that isn't something that I want to spend all my time and money and effort and energy doing right now. Let me know in the chat. Yoga and veganism. Yes. Oh my God, Hannah, yes. Okay, so not the raw veganism bit, but I used to like be hardcore into yoga. And now I'm a gym rat, like most of Vegan Squad coaches. Now, the reason why I am asking you this is exactly why it is a mistake. And this, like, you need to write this down into your notebook and into the chat. It's a mistake to niche and to fit myself into one box because you will evolve and grow as a human being. And as you evolve and grow as a human being, your interests and who you want to help and what you want to do and the content that you want to make is going to grow and evolve. Am I right or am I right? So if you're boxing yourself down into this niche because you feel like this is what you should do and this is what should work to help you grow your following, or this is what should work to help you make money, it's not sustainable. Might work for the interim and for a little while, but it's not sustainable because I guarantee you're going to be bored with it, especially if you're vegan, because everyone here in this community values growth and personal development, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't even be here. So, this is why building a personal brand trumps niching down and creating and following a content strategy and posting consistently and all of those things that all the social media gurus tell you to do and growing a following because that might not be aligned with who you are. And the whole point of building a personal brand is that so you get paid to be you in a way that grows with you because you're going to inevitably grow. So it's not just about what you do. It's not just about who you are. It's not just about who you help or who you have helped. Guess what? It's all of those things and more because it's also about what are you interested in? What do you really love? What are you currently interested in? What journey are you on at the moment? The most powerful and successful people in the world, yes, exactly. Love you so much. They aren't really, really successful and making the big difference in the world and making the money that they have and having the success that they have because they've just niched down. They're really successful and are making the difference and are making the money in the world and living the lifestyle that they want because they're focused on one thing. You ready for that one thing? I'm not going to keep going till like you engage and tell me, yes, I'm ready.
Yes.
I nearly like spat that out. It's so funny. They're focused on being I love you guys so much. They're focused on being unapologetically themselves. I'm gonna say this until you're like, I'm so sick of those two words. And what that means is they've stayed really authentic and true to themselves in alignment with who they are and their values. Now I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of this that is really, really, really going to blow your mind in the fact that these are people that go against the grain. These are people that do things not just differently, they're not trying to stand out, but they're just doing things their way. And in a world now where everything is being taken over by AI, and AI is all about like perfection and making things easier, etc., right? People don't want perfectionism anymore. Like, how sick are you of seeing like a picture perfect post on Instagram by an influencer, and these days you're just like, that's AI. It's not relatable. It doesn't help you connect. It doesn't make you feel seen, and it doesn't make you feel heard. Exactly, Emilio. They're craving authenticity and connection. So the more that you are you, the more unapologetically you are in your life, in your business, online, etc., the more people will relate and connect to you. Miriam, that's okay. Who else is a perfectionist? Type it in. No shame. I totally get it. I was like such a proud perfectionist in the past. And now I have those tendencies, but I'm like, done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. Like, I made a couple of reels yesterday. I posted a couple, and then I thought about it overnight, and I was like, oh, like I'm not really, I could have done this better. I could have done this. I could have done this. But I was like, fuck it. Done is better than perfect. And your journey is literally what people connect to. So type that in. My journey is what people connect to. So let's talk about some big examples. Justin Bieber. If you're not a believer, then I'll fill you in on the story. So Justin Bieber recently, so over the last week,
Fuck.
headlined Coachella, and the hashtag and what people were saying was it was called Bieberchella, right? He got paid more than any other artist in Coachella history. I think it was like 10 million.
Oh.
And and he um if you're not on mute, can you please go on mute? We can hear like weird sounds. Which for me is entertaining, but it might not be for everybody else who's voice low, right? And he drew in the biggest crowd. Now, he did not have a fancy set, a big production, loads of backup dancers. He didn't even have fancy costumes himself. Do you know what he did? Nearly his entire set was sung with either one or two instruments, and then he pulled up his laptop, sat his ass down, pulled up old YouTube clips of him singing to the point where it was like not even him singing his own songs, his first couple of YouTube clips, and played them and sang to them live, like a live karaoke session. His covers, yes, exactly. The audience went crazy. Nobody's ever done this before. Can you imagine going to Coachella and seeing that? Coachella's like one of the biggest, the biggest things in history, the biggest festivals in the world. It's a music festival. I should have explained that. But he did it his way. And he has made headlines all over the world, all over social media, because he did it his way and he was just himself. He recently also sang at the Grammys, and this was unplanned, but last minute I'm a huge believer, but I'm also really big into personal branding, and I love seeing outliers like this. And then what he did just before his performance was he stripped down to his boxers and then just got up and sung raw. Him, I didn't even think he had any instruments, and just sung into the microphone at the Grammys. Huge, right? What are we learning from this so far? Drop into the chat box. Now, this isn't just Justin Bieber. So, who was it recently? Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny headlined at the Super Bowl, and Bad Bunny is one of the first Latin artists to do that, right? Like, I know there's Shakira and Jennifer Lopez in the past. He made such a public statement about it. Like, the only way that we can overcome hate is through love. And like, how beautiful this story I absolutely love. This couple asked him to sing at their wedding, and they were going to pay him, obviously. He wrote back to them. Well, his team wrote back to them and said, "Do you want to get married at the Super Bowl instead?" So if you haven't watched it, I'm sure you're going to go YouTube this afterwards. So literally, that was a real wedding that happened. So they had to cancel all their wedding plans because they were going to get married at the Super Bowl. Now, how cool are these stories? I'm not making these up. These are incredibly real. And I'm going to show you another example. a live example, which he doesn't know about it. He's actually gone to bed. Um, are you ready to see it? Type in yes if you are. I'm going to show you a live example of an incredible personal brand of someone that we all know and love and is actually, he's gonna be like, no, it's everyone, but he's literally the reason why we're all here. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the comments. What about something you don't have interest in before, but now you do? That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Okay. Comments. Your perfection, your most powerful motivator, inspiration of others. Yes, 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 absolutely. Okay. All right. I'm gonna show you John's Instagram. All right. Now I have been John, I've been helping John with his Instagram for a little while. So it has got some of my input, but okay, so John, huge following, right? 108K followers. Now he's worked on this for a very, very long time. Let's go through his content. All right, so the summit, his mission, how do bodybuilders get protein? This is talking about the vegan coaching squad. This is talking about the Ridgeland Beagle Rescue. This is about, well, this is me. This is about the vegan coaching team, the vegan squad house, right? Which pops up a few times. This is about being vegan, vegan coaching, vegan family, protein, um, loads of different topics. Oh, there's me again. That's the podcast episode. This is like now recently, he's been doing couples challenges workouts with Ali, which I keep requesting them for because it's so funny. Yes, at the moment, the vegan squad team are living together. I think there's 8 of them together in 1 month in one house. Every time I see it, it makes me so happy. And I'm like, oh my God, I would love that. Right? And now, a couple of things with this. Are you, so does John just post about one thing? Yes or no? Okay, good. Does he follow one format? Like, does he make the same type of content over and over and over and over again? Yes or no? No. Okay. Does he talk about like how good he is and how many people he's coached and like how strong he is in all of his content? Yes or no? And does he? No, he doesn't. And does he just talk about how he helps his clients and gets them to get results? Yes or no? Yes, that's part of his content. Does he post content about him trying to be all perfect and professional and like look at it? No. From day one, since he started his social media, he's focused on one thing. And I always say to him, like, you are unconsciously competent, like, as in you don't know how good you are. He's focused on just being completely himself. And his words were, like, I've just always focused on being authentically myself. Why? Because he values authenticity. And as do I, as do all the members of the vegan coaching squad. And I'm guessing because you're here right now, as do you. And that is literally what makes a personal brand successful. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. On an energetic level, people can feel that, right? Like when you're being really, really authentic, people can feel that you're really, really, really genuine. And that energy is really, really magnetic. And that is the energy that attracts people to you. Why? Because you're operating from your heart center. You're not operating from your head where you feel like you should be really perfect and professional and confident and whatever it is. No, 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 you're speaking from your heart. or you're creating from your heart, you're posting from your heart, you're whatever, you're building your business, your content from your heart. Now, here's the science behind this. When you are operating from your heart center, the field of energy around you, so your aura, your quantum field, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing, expands up to 30 meters. How insane is that? You know how some people, like they walk into a room and you're just like, ew, get away from me. Or people have fought and you're just like, I just don't want to be around you. And the opposite happens when you're operating from your heart center, when you're being just yourself. So it's not about being good enough. It's not about being perfect or professional. 30 meters. Oh, yeah. Can someone translate that? Convert that? It is literally about just being yourself. And then that's when it becomes really fun and really easy, right? Yeah, it's a lot of feet. Thank you. Thank you so much for converting that. Yes, it's always a vibe. Your vibe will literally attract your tribe. Conversely, when you are in a stressful state and you're operating from your head and you're not like operating from like, your heart center, it reduces down to 6 feet. So you're not 6 meters, sorry. So you're not open, you're not receptive, you are not attractive, and you are not magnetic. So all of those things that all the social media gurus talk to you about, having the right hook, the content strategy, the posting time, niching, perfect scripting, perfect lighting, visuals, etc. That doesn't mean shit because your vibe attracts your tribe. Your energy is absolutely everything. Type that in the chat. My energy is everything. To the point where you could be performing in your boxes and people are still attracted to you, like Justin Bieber, right? Yes, 1,000%. That is the number one attraction strategy. And that doesn't work when you're all up in your head and you're overthinking and you're being a perfectionist and you're like stuck in the comparison trap and you're getting overwhelmed with like having to do everything perfectly. Like none of that works. But if you really believe in what you're saying and what you're doing, even though you have doubts about yourself, then that translates. And you know what is one of the most attractive factors of all? Vulnerability. That's why Brené Brown's so popular. People love to hear really genuine, authentic stories. Why? Because it makes you feel seen and heard, right? Like, I've spent like last night crying and then this morning crying because I've been following the Ridgeland Beagle Rescue. Here's another one of my clients. I'll show you. And this honestly breaks my heart. But can you see? Am I sharing? I don't think I am. Yes. Okay, so Ella. So Ella Majors is part of the Vegan Squad team. She's now one of my clients. I've been working with her for a couple of weeks, and I've been working on her content, posting her content. So all of this, I was behind. And I had the same chat to her because we spoke about her social media originally. She thought she wanted social media help. And I spoke to her about building a brand instead, because then it matter about, it doesn't matter how many people are following you. What matters is the right people that are following you. So in just over 2 weeks, we've grown her account by nearly 3K. I rewrote her bio. This is so incredibly important, by the way, your bio, because that is the beginning of your business card. It's like, when someone flips out a business card, it's like the look and feel of that. So people get an understanding of who you are and what you do. Then obviously your content will then speak for itself. I'm also working with Dustin, and I helped Dustin rewrite his bio as well. Now, and it's important that it really sounds like you and it's your words. So her words were, I really want to help you get healthy, fit, get healthy, feel good, and fit as fuck. And her biggest thing at the moment is activism, so animal rights. And she kept saying without hurting animals. So everything has to be in your words because there should be no difference in someone seeing your content online, reading something that's written by you, or meeting you in person, you should be the same person. Who's ever met someone and you're like, huh, you're not who I thought you were going to be like? Because they were putting on a mask, and masks aren't attractive, right? And that could be any type of mask. It could be like, I don't know, a girl always wearing loads and loads of makeup, and then you like see her without makeup one day and you're like, you look like a completely different person. And I'm not saying that she's not that person, right? And I'm saying this from experience. I used to never leave the house without makeup, and now the only makeup I wear is on my lips. Because also I'm lazy. Like, I just want to get out of bed. I don't want to spend a long time getting ready. So, like, making sure that you are that same person through and through. So when someone meets you, they feel like they already know you. Can't wear makeup because I get styes and like, but I like it on other people. Yeah, absolutely. I love seeing it on other people. But we want to make sure that there's no mask. And really importantly, that they are comfortable and confident enough to be themselves with or without, right? Like I have a lot of friends and they have makeup days and then they have no makeup days. And I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm like, wow, you're like that confident and comfortable to be yourself in any capacity, right? It's just like you can wear whatever clothes, you can wear whatever and show up however. Okay. So let me just talk briefly about Ella. So yeah, so we've grown Ella's account like huge, about 3K, nearly 3K in just over 2 weeks. All of this content, this is what she is doing at the moment, right? She's also working, but the biggest thing that she is passionate about is showing up to save these beagles. If you want to learn more about the original and rescue, then I recommend following her. Now, here's the most interesting thing. Her most viral videos are the ones where she is the most vulnerable and authentic. Let me show you.
Courage and love in our hearts, 100% non-violent. We are there to help these animals. And I stand by it. And I stand by being on the right side of history here. So thank you all for all your support. I'm sending everyone everywhere love as we move in and do this.
Isn't she amazing? Now, here's the thing. Ella doesn't actually like making content. She doesn't mind making working out content because just like the rest of us, she works out and she's an athlete. So her favorite type of content, this is her crying and talking about it, is just her getting filmed. Oh, it's so far back, I can't even find it. Her getting filmed working
All right,
out,
just pulled up to my gym. It is
right? But with the talking head content, she wasn't that much of a fan of doing. Wait, I need to move the screen because all I can see is Ella. Now, here's the thing that she was struggling with, which I feel like a lot of people struggle with. It's because she felt like she had to show up a certain way. Do you feel like that as well? You're like, yeah, I don't like it, don't enjoy doing it, procrastinate about it, overthinking, get overwhelmed by it because I feel like I have to show up a certain way, which makes it hard, right? And then it makes it overthink because you're like, oh my God, I've got to have a hook and I've got to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do all these things. And then I have to write the caption. And then what if no one watches it anyway? What if it doesn't go viral? What if no one cares? Rah, 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 like all those stories, right? Like type of yes if you like you've told yourself all those stories. Okay. I'm gonna give you some mindset shifting things. Above all else, mindset is one of like my biggest toolkits that is gonna shift that for you. Okay, we ready for it? Cool. You need to type this in and write this down in your notebook, like big capital letters. It's not about me, it's about my why. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to post online? Why are you trying to build a brand, whether it be online or face to face? It's not about me, it's about my why. Why are you doing this? Because you're being selfish. If you're just thinking about yourself and how you look and what you should say and how to make it perfect and all the things, you're being so incredibly selfish. Because there are people that need to hear what you have to say. There are people waiting for you, praying for you to show the fuck up and change their lives and save their lives. Like these dogs, oh, I don't want to cry. These dogs desperately need help. They desperately need to be saved. They're getting tortured. They're getting cut open alive. Gosh, there's something about it. So if it wasn't for the strength and courage of people like Ella, like Wayne, like all the activists that are helping, then we would not be able to save them. My God. And there's so much footage about this, right? So stop being selfish. It's not about you. It's not about like all the things that you're letting yourself get stuck with. It is literally about your why. Yes, Dustin, I agree. And I love what Wayne said recently. Um, he's in jail and he was like crying about this and about like how he's feel like he's let everyone down. But this isn't the end. This is part of the movement. This isn't the start of the movement. This is part of the movement. Because if you think about like women's rights, um, Martin Luther King movement, it took a long fucking time, but the world has infinitely changed as a result of that. Women can now vote. We can wear what we want to an extent without getting, in most countries. And, you know, there's no color segregation in the States. That all took time, but it took incredibly brave people to get out of their own way, stop self-sabotaging, get over that. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. Get over their shit and show up, stand up for what they believe in, and literally create a movement. That is what you do. I cannot watch that thing finish that crying. Been a very emotional couple of weeks with Villa. No, it's been beautiful. I love her. Right? So it's not about you. It's about your why and what movement are you creating. And then the fun bit. Are we ready to talk about the fun bit? I'm so done crying. We want to talk about the fun bit? That a yes if you want to hear the fun bit. Thank you. Wait, I'm gonna go on mute and blow my nose. I did not go on mute. I'm sorry about that. I thought I pressed mute. Okay, the fun bit. All right. You can. This is how you get paid for all of this. And I'm such a big advocate of using it to build your, okay, I love you, is to build your dream lifestyle. Your dream lifestyle, not the one that you think you can have, not the one that you think is possible or that you think you can achieve, or like what everybody else has or what you should have, your dream lifestyle, like your delulu goals, your delusional goals. And for me, this is personal. So I spent like the first, like early part of my career working so incredibly hard. So I worked in corporate finance, yes, in a suit for 12 years, and I did all the things. So I got really good grades at school. I studied hard. I got a good job. I went to university, and I actually didn't actually finish university because I got like a high paying job quite early in corporate finance. And I started off being a home loan manager when I was 20. So I was giving people home loans. Like, didn't even know that's crazy considering I hate math and I suck at math. But I was good, so like don't worry. And I built a life that I hated. So I worked really hard, six-figure salary, had properties, long-term relationship, living in Australia, still in my hometown. And I was like, I am fucking miserable. I'm in a toxic relationship. I'm in so many toxic relationships. The biggest of all being with myself because I didn't love myself and I didn't know or understand that I could build something that would make me happy because I was doing all the things that I should do. So one of my number one rules with my clients is fuck the shoulds. Fuck the shoulds. Like write that down. Like break the mold, fuck the shoulds. And all I've ever wanted since I was a teenager was to leave the country. Now I'm back. I'm currently in Australia at the moment because my parents still live here. But I'm going back to Barcelona uh in like 5 days. And I wanted I wanted to live overseas. I wanted to have that experience. So what my life looks like now, and so okay, anyway, like let's speed this up. Then I ended up living in London. I lived in Barcelona for like the last 7 years. And the last couple of years in Barcelona, I don't like being cold. I really dislike being cold. Like I'm like a lizard. I love to be in the heat and I get sick a lot when it's cold. Um, so my dream was I wanted to be in Barcelona during the warm months and then I wanted to chase the sun. So I wanted to go around the world and travel around the world to the warm places when it was cold in Barcelona. And that's what I've done for the last 2 years. So over the last couple of months, I've been in Bali, Malaysia, Singapore, and like the coastal part of Australia. I've traveled a lot. Like ask my team, they're always like, "Where are you now?" And now it's getting warm in Europe, so I'm going back to Barcelona. And the other day, I was in this villa in this was a couple of weeks ago. I was in a villa in Bali in an infinity pool on a coaching call with a couple of my clients. Crazy, right? And it like kind of hit me in that moment. I was like walking around, I was like coming in and out of the infinity pool, going to sit on the couch with a trying to dry off, working. That's what I mean by I turn 40 in a couple of months. That's what I mean by get paid to exist. But it's creating a life that is in alignment for you. So what makes you happy? For me, this makes me happy because I want to be around the sun. I do want to spend time with my family, which are on this side of the world. They live in Asia and Australia. They don't live in Europe. But for me, I'm like my friends and my community, and I love being in Europe. So I want to have it all, right? So type in the chat box, I get to have it all. And this is what building a personal brand enables you to do because it gets you to create not just an impact in this world and a movement, but a lifestyle that you love. Okay. And you're like, how? Okay, let me catch up on my comments. Type in how if you want to know how. Oh, I love you guys. Not the one that you think everyone wants you to have. I thought, yeah. Okay. I'm just going to talk to you about the multiple ways that you can monetize from your brand. Okay. I'm going to say them. So you're going to have to, if someone wants to type them out, that would be amazing. And then everyone else can write them out. All right. So you can get paid for coaching. You can get paid for consulting. You can get paid for one-on-one coaching or group coaching programs. You can get paid for online programs. You can get paid for being an affiliate or an ambassador. Like most of my team are ambassadors for veg nutrition. And they don't talk about veg nutrition just because they're ambassadors and they get paid by veg nutrition. If you buy their products, they genuinely love and believe in their products and they use their product. They all use their products. I would too, but I'm not in America. Otherwise, I would be ordering veg products. Okay. You can get paid to work with brands. So you can get paid to do brand collaborations. You can get paid. Oh, another fun one that I did was I was doing um I was doing foodie content in Barcelona just because I really love food. Like I love like I'm a foodie. And so I was going around to different restaurants and I wouldn't have to pay for meals because they would invite me to their restaurants, vegan and non-vegan restaurants, by the way, but I would only make vegan content. And they would be like, hey, can you come? You can, we're gonna like give you all this food for free, just make one reel about it. I'm like, sure, of course. Right? So you can make vegan content, you can you can work with, you can make content for hotels, for accommodation. One of my friends, she actually, I'll show you her profile. It's very cool. You want to see her profile? Who's interested in the traveling niche? Yes. Okay, cool. Oh, I showed you this one. She's a lot bigger on TikTok than she is on Instagram, but she's still quite big on Instagram. Can you see my screen? Yeah, okay, cool. Marta. All right. Okay, so I met Marta in Barcelona, and her goal, like she's got really good content. Her goal was to, she was sitting with, this is like COVID, right? She was sitting with her boyfriend in a restaurant. She was like, oh, I would love to just like get paid to eat and to go to different restaurants. And he was like, cool, do it. And she's like, what? And he's like, yeah, do it. So she started a TikTok primarily, and then she also worked on Instagram, started making content, and then now she does that full time. She travels all around the world, quite similar to me, but we like slow travel, so we'll spend a long time in each place rather than like a couple of days in each place. I've done that recently. It's so exhausting. And and to the point where brands and businesses are reaching out to her. So she got approached by the Spanish Tourism Board to make content for them. She got approached by, I think it's called Habitat, which is like a slow, slow living accommodation company. So it's basically they have like hotels and co-living spaces around the world, like in major capital cities, and they're people who stay there are digital nomads, so people that can kind of work from anywhere, that travel a lot, but they want to live in a community, right? Because they want to live in a community of other people that are doing the same. And so she was getting sent to the different habitat locations around the world, and she would just make content for them and talk about that habitat and talk about that concept. I can't see it on her page anymore, so I think that's ended. She did that for about 6 months. Now she's back in Lisbon. And yeah, so like she became huge, and it just started because that was her dream, right? And she's also worked with Tropic Feel, which is a vegan, sustainable brand, like a bag brand and shoe brand from Barcelona. And like I have their bags now because of that. And Tropic Feels like quite a large company. It's like won a lot of awards, all from just starting off like that. Okay, more things that you can get paid for. You can also get paid to appear in other people's content. So podcast episodes, TV shows, being like, what else? Netflix, like people will approach you because they like who you are and what you represent and what you stand for. Obviously, yes, your content has to communicate all of that and display all of that, but it's really fucking cool. Like, I have a really small following, and growth hasn't really been something that um, I've never, I've never really prioritized it ever. What I've prioritized is just being myself online when I do post. And I haven't actually really been consistent either. Like, I'm being completely honest with you. The stuff I've had, one girl, I did like an ugly crying reel, no, ugly crying Instagram live like a couple of years ago. And it was about coming out of toxic relationships. And this woman messaged me, and she was like a psychotherapist as well. And she was like, "Oh my God, love you, love your like love what you had to say, etc. I need to jump on a call with you." I didn't see that till like weeks later. So about a month later, I saw it because we weren't friends. So, it came in my like didn't come in my amazing like in my inbox. And then so we jumped on a call. Literally, she jumped on. She's like, "How much?" I was like, "No, no, no. We need to like I need to find out if I can actually help you." She's like, "No, no. How much?" She's like, "I'm already sold. How much?" I had to like convince me that I had to convince myself that she was someone I wanted to work with. And I think her coaching package was like $2,000 or $3,000. Not for very long too, like for 10 weeks. I don't know. I can't remember. It was a really long time ago. But like that, podcast interviews with like huge podcast. Um, like the Meg Rock show. I think she had like 200,000 followers back then. Documentaries. Um, this job being here. John liked my profile picture. I followed John. He liked my profile picture and he was like, oh, interesting. Went to my page and then we jumped on a call and then, it's escalated to this, right? And I have less than 3,000 followers. Okay. And then the last way that you can start to monetize is UGC. So UGC is called user generated content, and it's when you create content for brands for them for their page. So you don't have to be like picture perfect, whatever looking or, have amazing content. It's like a real review that you're doing of that product and it gets posted on their page. So they use it for their ads and their content. Because think about it, every single business needs content. So type that into the chat box. Every single business needs content. And most businesses and most business owners don't like to make content. So what an incredible problem that you are solving. Now, there's another one. Okay, last. Do you want to see this one? This is a fellow vegan, and then it'll be the last one because we've gone over time. My God. Okay, some of you already actually know her, but you don't know her backstory. All right. By the way, this is a very different style of masterclass than I normally deliver. Let me know. Are you enjoying it? Do you want me to deliver more like it? Yeah, Sophie. Okay, so Sophie was also one of my clients that I mentored. And Sophie has such an interesting story. Okay, so Sophie is vegan. Oh, she's taken that off. Interesting. And this is her story. So Sophie was a doctor, a medical doctor. She specialized in cancer, like tumors actually. And she realized the same thing that I realized, that her life wasn't making her happy. She worked so hard for it, and it wasn't making her happy. It wasn't making her feel fulfilled. And she wanted to be an actress. So she started acting and making content, and she's only just gotten over 10K very, very recently. And this is like you can have a look. Like her content is look like like I said, you don't have to be everything doesn't have to be super aesthetic. It can just literally be about you and your life with intent, obviously. Medical doctor turned actress, etc. And she's been on Netflix shows. She's been on okay, personal brand opportunities. She was asked last year to speak at vegan Europe's biggest vegan festival. And then she also got approached by huge, huge European vegan brands to collab with them and represent them. And she didn't have that many followers. These are paid deals, by the way. The vegan festival wasn't a paid deal, but that was an incredible opportunity that she wanted to do because she was doing quite a lot of vegan speaking, especially as a doctor, talking about holistic health living. Like I've learned a lot, Dustin's learned a lot from her. She used to do a lot of regular talks for us. And that's just come through her content. Oh, you're so welcome. All right. So who would love to learn how to implement all of this? And who would love to learn how can you do this for yourself? Yes, 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 yes. Let me know. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I love this so much. Okay, so what I am going to offer to you is a one-on-one call with me. Now, what are we going to do in this one-on-one call? I'll type the link in here. So if you're already sold on it and you just want to book, go. if you want, what we're going to do in this one-on-one call is we're going to, like, I'm really big into making a plan that is for you, like that is aligned for you, and it is that helps you achieve not only your dream lifestyle, but the impact that you want to create. Because that's one of my values, right? Like, I want to help change the world. I want to ideally help save lives, animals' lives. And for me, I really believe that if I help other vegans to do that, if I help other vegans to show up online and create their personal brands, that's how they're doing that. That's why, like, I love working with Ella because that is literally what she's doing. And she's saving dogs, which are my favorite animal. Oh, amazing. I love that. Dustin, I'm working with Dustin at the moment. So, book a call in with me. We're going to talk about what are you struggling with? What do you actually need? Steps. And if I feel like it's a good fit and I can actually help you and we're on the same vibe, then how we can work together. Because, oh, I love that. Because it is so incredibly important that everything that you do for you is aligned for you. Okay. And it's not just about following, like, following lots of viral strategies and content strategies and like, because there's so many like social media people out there that are giving so many tips and tricks, etc. But if it's not in alignment for you, and it's not how it doesn't work for you and your energy and how you want to show up and how you want to create content, it's not going to work. Like, who's ever seen content and you're like, you're saying all the right things, but I still don't like you? Like, right? Or like me, they've said all the right things. You've invested in their program or whatever, or in working with them, and then you're still like, it's not working for me. Like, it's still a no. And it wasn't a waste because you learned from it, but it's still like, fuck, I should have listened to my gut. Right? So I'm huge on alignment. And I am huge on, like, for me, the biggest kick I get is seeing people's dreams come true. Like, that's just like incredible. I love that so much. So I want you to build your dream lifestyle. Like, at the moment, we're working with Dustin, and I'm like, do this, do this, do this. And he's executing it, and it's amazing. And already, the first couple of, like, his first couple of posts, they got lots of engagement. And I was like, this is incredible, right? And now we're planning out like how can Dustin live his dream lifestyle, which is quite similar to mine. So it's the traveling, it's a food thing. Vegan social media godmother. I love that. First one so far 2.4K. And that's huge because Dustin doesn't have that many followers. Seeing their face, we're getting those late night calls or early morning calls, awesome Dustin. Yes. All right. I'm so curious. Who's booked the call in? I'm so excited. I have to like double check my calendar actually. Because I want to help you succeed and I want to see you succeed. So type in call booked into the chat if you've done it. And I'm going to hang on for a couple of minutes. If you have any questions, you can type in the chat box, you can come off mute. And remember, it's a free call. So it's a free chat, but we're going to chat about how we can help you, but in your way, not just another strategy. Interested, but me too. Got to look at all my calendars. I'll have a couple. That is all good. Now, for everyone who does sign on, you will also be eligible for the summit special. So the summit special is, I copied it and I'm gonna make sure that we go through it. I'm going to paste it into the chat. Love that. And I want to tell you about a really cool offer as well. So everyone that does sign on gets the summit special, which is only available during the summit coaching package of your choice. So whatever it is that you sign on for. Lifetime private community access in our school community, which is amazing. Dustin's also a member, and quite a few of you are actually members. Type in school if you're a member. And then you get to choose a one-on-one session with any of the coaches from today. John's Cookbook and Alex's Protein Guide. Yeah, school, school. I love that. Now, we don't just have to work one-on-one together. So let me, my calendar fills up really, really quickly. So please book it in like now. So that way I can prioritize you and not book in other meetings on top of it. Let me just put that link in again. So if you're thinking about it, I wouldn't just think about it. I would just like go and do it. And I'm traveling back to Barcelona soon. So a couple of days are going to be eaten up with me traveling and getting over jet lagged. So one of the other things is, did you enjoy this class? Love that. Amazing. So one of the offers that I have, if you're not ready to work one-on-one, is I do weekly in-depth classes where we work on everything, your movement, your mission, your purpose, your why, your delusional goals, your bio, your content, your plan in weekly classes. That's what Dustin's in. So that is another option. But you do have to book a call and have a chat with me in order to get in on that. So I'm really protective about the energy that we have in that space. I want to make sure booked. I love that. I want to make sure that everyone in that room and in that container has a really supportive energy and vibe, and you're all there for the right reasons. Okay, just like here. Like I don't like. You can imagine if there was a hater in here, you'd just be like, "Go the fuck away!" Like, why are you even here? Booked, booked, booked. Okay, love that. No haters. Exactly, exactly. So that is also another offer that you can most definitely sign up to if you're ready. Be like, girl, bye to the haters. Exactly, exactly. So they are weekly classes, in-depth coaching calls that we go through all of this. So if you're kind of just starting, then that's a perfect, perfect one to jump into. But you do have to book a call. So let me put in the link. All right, I'm gonna hang on for like another, let's say 5 minutes. So if you have any questions, then please drop them into the chat or come off mute. If you like the style, then type in this. So then I can do more like it. I am also running another masterclass like this next week, next Thursday EST. It's a free one. It's like similar to this. So if you want to sign up to that, okay, let me give you the link now. Um, Here. Okay, so this is the next free masterclass that I am delivering. But if you actually want to make a move on your branding, then I would definitely book a call because our next weekly group call that I am doing in that space where I like go into in depth and help you is next week. So ideally, if you want to jump in on that, then we want you signed up for that so you don't miss out. The way I've set it up is like it's like an online course, so all the calls are recorded, and then if you miss one, you can go back. If you do get access, then you can also go back and listen to the first couple of ones as well. So you and I think they're perfect for like when you're cooking or when you're cleaning, and then you can just absorb all the information and then go and apply it. And we do a lot of work during the calls as well. So you're not just like having to listen to it and then go off and do a lot of your own work. Now, so those are my updates. What else did I want to say? Okay, so this sounds like we like the style. Great. I actually prefer this better as well. I don't like style. I don't like making presentations. And also, any last questions? Oh, and would love to know, please share in the chat, what is the biggest thing that you took away from this call? What was the most valuable? The other thing that we can work on with you as well is, which I'm like so passionate about, and you'll hear this in the podcast episode that I did with Alex and John, is helping you overcome your mindset issues. One of the things I love to do is call you out on your self-sabotaging patterns. Because the great thing about working together, whether it be in a group setting or one-on-one, is I can see your patterns, right? So helping you recognize them and break them is just, oh my God, the best. Brings me so much joy because that's when you actually get traction and you move forward. So one of my clients at the moment, she was living in Germany and she was just like miserable with her life and she would show up to every call and she's like, oh, I just need leads, I just need leads, I just need leads. And I was like, okay, great. Let's focus on building your brand in your way because she didn't really like making social media content and it wasn't really working for her. And her strategy that we came up with was she's really, really good at face to face, and she's also really good at using your network. Who's ever heard of like your network is your net worth, right? So now she's been getting a loads of leads. Tissue made my nose itchy. She's been getting loads of leads from her network. And she's had a sold out retreat. She's moved to Portugal. She's really happy. She's in the sun every day, like literally, like me, similar. And then literally some of the coaching calls I have with her, she's like moving around in the sun or she's like in a bikini by the pool. And I love that so much. Also, because I'm very aligned to that, but it's really, really nice to see. And she's just so much happier, like to the point where she even cancelled one of our calls because she was like, I'm just like, I've got all these clients with my friends. And I was like, okay, I don't know whether to be disappointed or proud. It's so funny. Okay, for me, it's a review to make it sink in more, but I learned so much. Haha, yes, you can see my patterns. I know we've been working through that. Okay, took me a minute, but book. I love this. Amazing. So, things that really things like these are the biggest things to help you get over overthinking, overwhelm, procrastination, perfectionism, fear of judgment, fear of failure, and not being good enough, or just being stuck, and not knowing where to start. So, those are huge patterns that we can get rid of. Also receiving, and this is particularly for like a lot of people, but a lot of women as well, like having issues with receiving because how can you manifest and create your dream life and your brand that you love and get paid to exist if you can't receive? Okay, like huge. And putting yourself first and not people pleasing. Oh, hard for me to see. Love it. Okay, I think it's been 5 minutes. I'm just gonna put in the links again. So the call, Amelia, have you booked a call? Because I really feel like we'd be a really good fit. That is the call, and this is, you're very welcome. And this is the next class. So the next class is going to be, I'm fixing my schedule as you talk. The next class is going to be next week. So that one is an open free class. Please invite friends and family and share that with everyone because it'd be amazing to have a lot of people on there as well. I actually get more energy from it. So it makes it more fun. Fantastic. By the way, with my schedule, that is, I'm in Australia, so it's going to change in, doesn't remind me of everything. I love that. It's going to change in a week because I'm going to Barcelona. So, where do we go for the next class? Okay, let me put that in again. Um, so if you can't find a spot in my calendar, can you just send me a message and then we will negotiate and find a time? Okay, how to send a message? Okay, let me. Oh, I think I've got actually, I put the details in the booking link. So go to my booking link, try and find a time. If you can't find a time, then send me a message, which the information is in the booking link. Let me just paste that in again. There we go. So to book, to book a call with me. Okay, and then I booked. I love that. Coco Chanel, I'm very excited to speak to you. My niece always sings and dances to that song, so like it's very cute. Okay, next free masterclass. Right. Family. This song is full of brain cells. That's made my day. That's the best line I've ever heard. I know, it's like you're walking, you're like Coco Chanel. My niece does that all the time. And then we'll just like stop and dance randomly. She's so cute. She's like 8 now.
See, I'll be like driving around like here, and I'll be like it'll randomly come on, and then I'll listen to it or whatever, no big deal. And then like an hour later, because it's still in my brain, I'll be like just walking around singing it. It's just like okay, like doesn't. It's the same with that "Where's My Husband" song. It's another one that's really like stuck, like actually stuck there.
I know that one I don't like because I'm undecided about whether I or not I want one.
Same.
And I'm like, I don't know if I want to sing that and make that my reality.
Yeah, no, that I'm not.
I mean, like, yes. Awesome. Okay. Let me put these links again because y'all are asking for it. Okay. Exciting. All right. Can we confirm that we have the links? I'm not going to go on too much longer because um for anyone who's watching a recording, they're like, this is meant to be an hour. Oh, Alex is still here. Hi, Sunshine Alex. How amazing is Alex, by the way? I learned so much from your talk. And Alex has an incredible story too. Got them links. Alex, amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Alex, did you want to say any final words?
Um, just thank you for being here. Thank you for, there have been a few of you that have been here literally the entire summit. So thank you so much for coming and joining us and being part of the squad. I hope that y'all join our community and just keep coming to our summits and everything, keep learning. We're here to educate and change the world, and appreciate all of you for changing the world and being yourselves. So thank you. That's all I got. Thank you,
Thank
Alexis.
you.
Always informative and value driven. And your sunshine, Alexis, too, and that energy always shines too. So I appreciate you. Oh yeah, I love this one.
Oh,
Yay, I'm excited. I saw a few people booked a call with Alexis, so it's gonna be life changing. I'm excited for y'all. Oh yeah,
amazing. Yes, I
let's
love this.
go.
Okay. I am sending you all so much love. Thank you so much for joining. We are so grateful to you all. And I'm going to steal one of Alex's lines. Have the best day ever.
I was about to say
Coco,
that.
Coco Chanel.
We're stealing it from John. Yeah, everyone just say it like whenever you can. Have the best day ever. Cool. Have the best night ever. Ditto to Alexis, and yeah, we love y'all. We'll see you later. Thank you all for being here. Peace.